Guys, what's up? This is John, Gamester81. I'm here at PAX West 2017 with Alec from Yacht Club Games. We're talking about the new Shovel Knight coming out, King of Cards.
Yeah.
So when does this come out?
Hopefully early 2018, but if you've been following our games for a while, you'll know it'll probably end up getting delayed.
It happens though, man. It definitely will be worth the wait though when it does come out.
Yeah, I hope so.
So how is this game? Now you play as King Knight, and he is the first boss, one of the bosses you fight in the original game, right?
Yeah, we started all these campaigns as Kickstarter stretch goals a million years ago, and people back then voted on what bosses they would want to become. They would want it to become playable.
Yeah.
So now, all these years later, we're finally getting around to King Knight's campaign. And the way I like to think about it is if, like, Shovel Knight is our grand epic, and Plague Knight was kind of more of a romance, and Spectre Knight was, like, our tragedy, this is our chance to finally make, like, a comedy.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Cool. What's his attack? Because I know you guys usually have, like, a unique attack for each
Yeah, so King Knight's playstyle revolves around, like, a bash attack and a spin attack, which are both executed using, like, the attack button. So you'll bash into enemies or you'll bash into walls, and that'll enter your spin state, and then you can like bounce on other enemies or you can dig through dirt blocks. And so a lot of King Knight is like a 1-2 kind of motion, setting yourself up to like do an attack and then executing on it.
So you mentioned there's 12 of you working on this game.
Yeah, well, there's 12 people at the company.
12 people at the company, okay. So what's the process like, man? How does it come up? How do you come up with the levels? How do you come up with the story, the music? I mean what's the process like?
It starts with us thinking about like what do people expect in like a King Knight kind of game? How do we deliver on that character? How do we make sure that like every action you're doing, from your most simple attack to like the story, all of it should like hone in on like King Knight as a character. It should be like overconfident and like goofy and brash. And so if that's like being fulfilled in like all the elements of the game, then I think we're doing an okay job. So it starts with identifying those things, and then I think this being the fourth game in like Shovel Knight's world, we really take a hard look at like all the existing levels and all the existing like gameplay concepts, and we have to decide what's worth keeping, what like is there still more fun to be had in, what's like something I never want to have to do in a Shovel Knight game ever again because I'm so sick of doing it. And we come up with a bunch of new enemies and new objects, and those get all put into the pipe, and we make the art and the animation, and then eventually it all comes together into a weird new thing.
I can tell you guys are retro fans by heart too, just by the style of the game obviously, and I think that's why it's such a huge hit too. It's kind of for those who grew up in that era of retro gaming, it's awesome, man, for sure. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think like when I go to play a game nowadays, I look for something that I can do in like an hour or two, just because like I don't have a lot of time to sit down with something. So I always find myself like just going back and like playing Castlevania 3. Like we did that as an office like a week or two ago.
I call it retro hard because it's like hard, but like retro hard back in the day, right? Like, so awesome, man. Well, I noticed some amiibos down there too. You had some new amiibos coming out?
They're right here too.
They're right here, okay, cool.
So Shovel Knight got his amiibo a couple years ago, and now the other playable characters are getting all their own amiibos too.
Is it gonna be like a 3-pack or?
Yeah, so it'll be a 3-pack. It'll be on retail in early 2018, hopefully, with the rest of this stuff. And you get to unlock new fairies and new challenge levels and all the stuff the first amiibo did, essentially.
Big fan of what you guys are doing, man. Keep up the awesome work. I look forward to this game. I'll be picking up some amiibos when they come out. Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks so
brother.
much.
Thanks. What's up, guys? It's John. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like it for sure. Share it with your friends. Subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. I do have shirts available at chopshopgoods.com. Links below. Cheers. Thanks.